Meri Atelier, and it is Friday night. Let's do some art. Let's do some art. Okay, let's do some art. Yeah, I'm feeling good tonight. I want to do some art. I want to do a pick 10. I tell you, I feel good because I feel like I accomplished something today. Doesn't that feel good when you finally get something done? I got mail out. I got my boxes out to Shelley for Janet Baum's sale, the sale that they're doing for Janet Baum. And I got them mailed today. The only thing I have left to do is send her the tracking number so that she can keep an eye on them. And I'll keep an eye on them. And I also mailed Karen Kay some journals that are way overdue. They were back when I was doing jam journals, but I got them mailed to her. But I had to make my own envelope because they were too small for my 6x9 envelope. I mean, they were too big for my 6x9 envelopes. And I couldn't find my large 9x12 envelope, so I had to make one. So that put me off a little. But we got it done. And I'm feeling like maybe I'm going to get a jump on some of this happy mail. Is anybody coming in? Is anybody here? Let me get over here and go to my channel. Go to my live stream. Oh, see, I don't want to switch account. I want to go to my channel, and there I am. We got 3 out there. We got 3 of you home. And it's Becky. Hi, Becky. I'm going to do a postcard, and I'm going to take a cue from you. I'm only going to do 4, and I'm going to give away 3, and I'm going to finish them tonight, and I'm going to mail them tomorrow. I'm only going to do 3. I'm not going to do 18 of them. Hi, Julie. Julie Scales. Welcome in. It's nice to meet you. You're new here. Hi, Kitty Jen. Oh, and let me refresh my chat because it says I have 10 people in here. Let's go to all messages. And I still only see 3 of you. Hello to everybody up in the balcony. Hello up there. Do you have your binoculars on? Oh, Renee came in. Hi, Renee. You are beat, Becky. You went grocery shopping today and to Joann's. Well, the grocery shopping would wear me out, but we don't have a Joann's around here anymore, and I want to go to Joann's when we have to go to Lincoln next week, and I want to go to Joann's. Who else came in? Julie, you're new here to me. I haven't seen you in here before. Welcome in. We are an art channel. This is, I'm doing the scavenger hunt. Janet M. Young, which is Janet M. here on YouTube, every year does a scavenger hunt. And people do different things with it, but most everybody does a journal. She gives like 100 prompts. And I put a heavy, this is copy paper on my page today, and it's still a little damp. It was starting to curl. And, you know, there's so much glue on this, and it's still a little damp. This is wax paper. So I'm going to let this dry some more, and we'll let it out in the air while I'm here. But tonight, when I close shop, I will probably put another heavy book on it because it being so damp, it wants to curl up on me. It's nice and flat right now. But this was the tissue paper prompt that I did this morning for those of you who weren't here. And I had blue tissue paper that I tore in 4 little sections. And then I tore holes out of it. And then I used a metallic pen to draw the negative shapes. And then I took some white tissue paper and kept layering it over the blue. Now you're still seeing the blue as pretty strong blue, but in real life, it's been pushed back. In real life, it's kind of, it's still kind of strong, but it's not as bright blue as the original. And then on my last glue layer, and I've been using this glue that came from Amazon, I think. And it's made in China. God knows what it's made out of, but it's a real kind of it's a wet glue. But the last layer, when I put that glue on there and it spread nice, I put some kind of sport weight yarn, and it's red, and that's what this is. I just draped it around the shapes. And then I put another layer of tissue paper, and where I didn't get glue, it's white on this string. And where I got glue, it turned red, the tissue paper soaked in, which I thought was a really fun technique. But tonight, I'm going to set this over and just let it air dry while we're up. And then when, oh, look, I got my prompt sheet all wrinkly. And I'll just put it over here. And I don't know if I'll get to any more prompts tonight. I want to do a pick 10 right off the bat. And we're going to use a piece of watercolor paper. And you guys are going to give me the prompts. And I'm going to do 4 postcards. I'm going to send out 3 and keep 1. The postcards will be 4 by 6. I'm not going to cut this until we get done with the prompt game. If you want to play along, if you're out there in the balcony and want to play along, I don't know what the prompts are. You guys are going to give them to me. And then I'm going to work on some broken jewelry, and I don't know what else. I might do a little watercolor if I have time. I want to watercolor these Christmas angel bells. And so we might do a little bit of that. I put my watercolors, the ones I've been working, underneath this desk to keep them flat. But that's all coming. Let's take all of this off and get out a sheet of paper to write down the prompts on. And we're going to do a prompt game right off the bat. So come on in. Get out your art supplies and follow along. And I don't want Valentine. I do not want to do, I know February is around the corner, but I want to keep that Valentine stuff for next month. I keep knocking this tape off on the floor. Where did it go? It's in here somewhere. Well, I can't find it now. Honestly. All right. So let's give me 10 prompts. We're going to do a pick 10. And I'm going to fold this in half to fit my journal. Paint the background red. Okay, well that's not Valentine, but we'll no more Valentine. Red is okay. I can deal with red, but no Valentine. Let's see. Pick 10, because I want to save Valentine's for next month, or we'll be hearted out. Pick 10 postcards, I'm going to call it. And Becky, I want 10 prompts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And I'm going to do 2 wild cards. I'm just going to call it WC1 and WC2 for wild cards. And then I'm going to put little boxes here so that Did you have a good day, Becky? Going shopping? What'd you get at Joann's? I'll bet you bought some fabric. Did you find fabric on sale? I want to know. Did you buy yarn? Okay, the first one is red paint. Paint the background red. Paint background red. I can do that. Hi, Dee Dee. Kitty Jen says stickers. I can do that. Oh, this is going to be a fun postcard. Stickers. And Dee Dee says, evening, guys. Hi, Dee Dee. Hi, Laura. Thank you so much, Laura, for I opened your package this morning. Laura keeps me supplied with Dollar Tree double-sided tape. Laura, thank you. Bless your heart. Washi tape. Becky's good with the prompts. I'm liking them already. Washi tape. These are going to be postcards. I'm only going to make, and we're going to have a giveaway. I'm going to make 4 by 6, and I'm going to give away 3 and keep 1 for me. Washi tape, scraps of paper. We got scraps of paper. Thank you, Becky. I'm loving them. Circle. Let's see. Circles. We love our circles. We got stickers. Thank you, Jen. Beck, did you get your Happy Mail? Dee Dee wants to know. Use a stencil. Use a stencil. Oh, I'm loving this. Use a stencil. Dee Dee says, Mary. She means, hi, Mary. Becky said, I did. Becky bought yarn and fabric and what else? Patterns. Becky went to Joann's. Where did you spend the most money? For groceries or at Joann's? I'll bet it was at the grocery store because you have to feed 2 men. Becky says, I plan to open it tomorrow. Okay, we'll watch tomorrow. I need to catch up on your video, your Friday sews. I think you did a Friday sews video. Am I right or wrong? What's under here? We'll save that for my journal. Laura says, you're welcome. Let's see. Thank you, Laura. Vintage images. Oh, I love vintage images. Vintage images. That's one of my favorite prompts, I have to tell you. I might have to run in to the other room and grab my fussy cuts. Mary, you told us not... I know, Dee Dee. You told us to tell you not to do any giveaways. Well, here's the deal, Dee Dee. I'm feeling really good because I mailed 2 boxes to Shelley for the sale that's coming up, for her sale that she and Malia are doing. Well, Malia and her are doing for Janet Baum's, to help out Janet Baum. And I mailed journals that are long overdue to Karen K today. I had to make my own envelope. It took me all morning after I streamed until 1:30 to get it all together, and I got it mailed out. Boy, I'll tell you, those medium-sized boxes really went up in price. Oh my goodness, you guys. 18 something dollars for a medium-sized box. They used to be $7.34 or $7.35. They've not quite tripled in price. Those little medium-sized boxes used to be like $7. Of course, that was probably years ago, but inflation hit the post office. Splatter. I need 2 more. And then the wild card is going to be your choice. Yeah, that's a no. Your choice. Because that gives you a little leeway to make it fit yourself. I know, Dee Dee. I'm not listening to my own rules. Isn't that horrible? I need 2 more. Let's see. $300 at groceries. I know, Becky. It's horrible. It's horrible. Groceries have gone up too. But the last time I bought groceries was just last week, and I spent a bundle, let's put it that way. Not quite 300, but it was getting up there. But I buy them for the month. Like what I bought will last me all month, I think. I've already eaten all my salad, though. I got to get some more lettuce when we go next week. I got to get more lettuce. That's something that we cannot get very fresh down here. And if you buy it, you can use a head of it, but the other head kind of sits around until you're ready to eat it again. Glitter? No glitter, Laura. I'm not doing glitter. I refuse glitter. We could say sparkle, though. Let's put in some sparkle. I just don't want to get the mess tonight. But we can do sparkle, and then you can choose to do glitter if you want. Okay, Mary, you've been told, Dee Dee says. I know, Dee Dee. You're so good at keeping me in line that I don't listen very well, do I? Leah said, I did the large, and it was $25. Oh, my goodness sakes. $25 to send one of those large boxes? That's just outrageous. That's outrageous. Oh, hi, dear B. She said, use a handmade stamp. All right. Thank you, dear. Let me tell you that dear B, she's a tatter. She does pretty nice tats. I love your tats, dear. Your patterns are so nice and even and really looking good. Oh, Stacy May. Catitude, she said fabric. So we'll put fabric as one of the choices you might do, because I like choices too. I like fabric too. Use a handmade stamp. All right, no more. Whatever. If I missed one, let's see, fabric. What else? Laura said script or lettering above. Well, we'll put that here. Script or lettering, because I like that one too. All right, no more. These are your choice. You can do these if you want. Or you can do something that you want to do, or do these two. This stands for wild card 1 and wild card 2. Or you could just do a pick 12. But let's start with the red paint. Let's start with, and this is going to go in my journal. I don't want to spend a long time doing this. And you know what let's put a wax paper down and let's spritz my desk. I like to spritz my desk here with water. And that keeps my wax paper in place. Well, mostly. Sometimes it dries out on me and my wax paper still moves. But I learned this rolling out a pie crust one day. And I don't make many pies. I haven't made a pie since October. My brother, we kind of like those. There's a regional place that makes pies, and they're called the Village Pies or Village Maker or something like that. And we like their pies, but they're kind of expensive. We don't eat a lot of them. My brother likes the blueberry. There we go. But I've cut down, although I wasn't so good last week, and I was afraid my kidneys were going to tell me about it, but so far so good. Okay, now I want to get this water. My water should be fairly clean. I have a glue piece in it, but I have cleaned my water. I have this glue from the morning. Let's see, I got out a towel here, and I'll probably need that. So we are going to paint this red. We're going to paint it red. So you're going to get red background at least. And I'm not going to be too stingy with my red. That red is going to go on here. Let's see. I think I like this. That's cherry red. I like my Tuscan reds. And I don't know how much is left in there. Karen K sent me a whole bunch of Tuscan red. And I've been using it. That's Georgia Clay. That's Red Apple. See, oh no, that's Napa Red. Where's my other Tuscan Reds? That's, I might have hidden from me. I think I hidden from me. Come on, I know I have another one. Oh, that's metallic. What's over in the corner? Heritage Red. Well, I might have put them in another rack, hide them from me. So I don't want to go hunting too much because it can get boring. So let's use, that's bright red. Let's use, instead of this Tuscan, let's use alizarin crimson. Alizarin crimson, or however you pronounce those hard words. My Tuscan is probably down here below. Here it is. I like that. Tuscan red. I found it. I got a blue in the red, and I'm going to put it down in the yellow. My blue is filled up because it's got green on the shelf. I've got metallic paint in the red, and oh, you know, I can't keep things straight. And this looks like it might be warping a little. And I'm going to roll up my sleeves again because I don't want to get my blouse all. My arms got cold during the day, and so I buttoned up my sleeves. But if I'm painting, I don't want to get this blouse, you know, all messy. I mean, it's okay if it gets messy because it's a thrift store blouse, but then again, it's a nice one. I like it. It's not shabby at all. But I like to wear it around home here because it's kind of got, let me show you here after I get it unbuttoned. It's got well, I can show you my sleeve. It's got sort of a silky lining in there, a polyester lining. It's really nice. And then the outside of it is kind of like a brushed, kind of a faux suede. It's a brushed cloth. I'm not sure what it is, but it's soft and it's not suede, but it feels like suede. It's thinner than suede. It's not, it's a kind of a thin, but it's a comfortable blouse. And I do like it a lot. I'll bet they paid a pretty penny for this brand new. I don't buy brand new clothes unless it's undies. Undies I'll buy brand new. All right. And my paper light stuck. I think it's for the moisture from the desk. Let's see. We need a brush. And Becky scrapes paint. Let's do it with the palette knife, just for the fun of it. And Tuscan red is a pretty red. It's kind of a dark red, but it's also a pretty red once you get it on there. And we're just going to, and I'm just going to spread it with my palette knife. Becky would say she would use her scraper, but I'm just going to, you know, it doesn't have to be. Did I shake this up? This is apple barrel. This is a little bit thinner than traditional apple barrels. Pretty thick paint. I don't know if I had that shook up enough. All right, we're just going to you know, I haven't done this type of thing for so long. My scrapers, my credit cards are over across the room, and I don't want to jump up and go get them. So I'm just going to use my palette knife and smooth this out. And yeah, we'll chat while we're letting it dry. I don't think I need any more. And yeah, it's going to get paint on the other side. Whatever it gets on the other side is what it gets. You know, the side that you write the message on. Becky said, make a red background. Here it is. It's kind of a brownish red. Tuscan. You know, you think about Tuscany. Yeah, and it's going to get messy. Because Meri is messy. Meri's not a neat freak. Although neat people are not freaks. I didn't mean it that way. I'm not a neat person. I'm a mess. A happy mess, but I'm a mess. Let's see if I can't take care of some of the thin pieces in here. I'm a lot happier now than I was when I was younger. When I was younger, I think I was just trying to figure out life. Like, oh, you guys, it's really going to be a mess on the other side. All right, there. I guess I'll stop. And if I had a book out, I would scrape this off, but I don't, so I'm just going to use my towel and kind of clean my spatula, my palette knife, and we'll put it in the water to get the rest of it off. I'll throw this away. Now that is going to be wet. And while I've got my heat gun out here, we'll dry it a little. But I'll come out and chat with you all while let's hit it with the heat gun first. I think I plugged it in this morning. I seem to like thick and wet. That's what I did today on the scavenger hunt page. Thick and wet. I need to run out in the other room and get my fussy cuts. I have a file folder of fussy cuts. I like the fussy cut out of history books and reminisce magazines and stuff like that. I like the vintage images. Now I'm going to have to, if I'm doing 4 postcards, I want one on every image, so I don't know what count that is. That's down a ways. Red paint, stickers. We can do stickers next. And washi tape, scraps of paper, circles, use a stencil. Vintage images is number 7. Splatter, that works. Sparkle. Use a handmade, it's supposed to be stamp on there. I've got the word stamp. And your choice. I might use fabric. Script or lettering. Or you can use whatever you want, but those are 2 extra prompts. And yeah, it's going to be a little thick in here where my palette knife scraped, but it left a ridge. I like this color red because it's not in your face red. It's kind of a brick red, like an old brick building. Like an old brick building red. And I might take this wax paper up and throw it away because I got it messy. And start all over again with my wax paper. It'll get messy again too, but I won't have that. This was Becky's doing. She said paint the background red. She may not have meant this way, but... Now let's move my water. Now I'm just getting the top layer probably, but it is pretty dry there. Dry enough to work on. So, February 4th at 12 p.m. Eastern, noon Eastern, on Crafting Mama's channel is the sale that Malia and Shelly are going to be hosting. 100% of the proceeds will go to Janet Mom. to help her out a little financially. So if you haven't donated anything, save your pennies. If you still want to donate, get with Shelly and Malia, because there may be ways that you can still sell whatever you want to sell and mail it out yourself. It's getting a little late to mail things to them. Joyce said that you can also send them photos of what you're going to do, and they'll sell it, and then you mail it. They'll handle all the pricing and all of that, and somehow you need to be reimbursed for the mailing costs, because the buyer will pay the mailing. And I told Shelly that if none of my stuff mails, sells, whatever doesn't sell, she can use for giveaways. I don't want any of it back. So that's kind of a indirect giveaway, Dee Dee. I don't know what will sell and what won't. I think a few of my things will go good. The others, it may or may not. But, okay, let's lift this up and put a clean wax paper under it. Let me put my red back in the red shelf. And I'll come out and chat between prompts. This is prompt 1, which is, oh, we got nice red borders on here. But let me lift this up. This wax paper. Where is it here? We're just going to throw this away and put a clean sheet down. And I'll put that there for a minute. It's still a little wet in spots. Now let me put some more water on my desk. I like how that water holds my wax paper in place. Otherwise it would be, whoa, I about dumped my water over here. Otherwise it would be running all over the place, my wax paper. Now this is a good way to make it stay in one place. I'll just kind of smooth it out here. And it's a glass. This is glass, so it doesn't hurt it. And let me put another piece down here. Oh, that one's not open. What did I do with the one that's open? Honestly, it's over here. Okie dokie. Nice and clean again. All right. I like that. And this still has some wet spots on it. Here and in there. Let me hit it again with the heat gun. Won't take long. This in here is a little thick. I don't want it to bubble up on me. Oh, I'll have to cover that with my, yeah, I think it's going to bubble up on me because it's pretty thick in there. I didn't get that spread out so nice. But I can put fabric or an image or something over that. Alrighty. Alright, I'm going to come out and chat. See what's going on. Is anybody following along with me? Prompt 1. Prompt 1 was paint background red. Now mine's a Tuscan red, which is kind of a brick red. So we got that done. The next prompt is stickers, if you want to go looking for stickers if you're following along. Let's see. Mary, you could crumple up some wax paper and lift off some of that paint. Oh, too late now. I could see if I can lift off some of that bubble that's bubbled. Let's see what kind of a mess it will make. Because if it makes a mess, I can always put a sticker over it. I'm just going to take a little piece here, crumple it up, and let's see what this will do. Yeah, it's not doing much, but it's kind of pushing on the bubble down. Oh yeah, now it's doing. Now it's kind of putting a texture in there. You see, it's lifting up. It broke the bubble. It's not a bad technique. And I think she meant across the whole page, but I didn't see the chat because when I'm working on this stuff, I go into the zone and I go into the zone and I don't come out and chat until I'm ready. Yeah, this was pretty wet in here. We're going to leave it. I'll put something over it. All right, let me refresh my chat. You guys probably don't even see that in there. It's kind of, you know, it's kind of where I press down on it, it's kind of rough and ready. Let me refresh my chat. This tablet is old and it doesn't scroll as nice. There's Barb Fillion. Hi, Barb. Oh, by the way, when I give away the 3 postcards, I'm making 4 postcards. I'm going to keep 1 for myself and give away 3. And if you're international, you are welcome to play. I'll try to get through these pretty early so that those of you that are on the East Coast who want to go to bed. And my camera's crooked. Let's straighten out my camera. Let's straighten out my camera. Is that the right way? I've learned that if my desk looks slanted that way, I need to move my camera this way, which it really makes no sense to me. But when I move it that way, it straightens it out. Weird. All right, let me see what's going on. Barb is here. She says hi to Kelly. Hi, Kelly. Kathy Whitney is here. Hi, Kathy. Becky says hi, Barb. Barb says Meri. Hi, Meri and the rest of the crew. Kathy says, hi, Becky. No worries. We missed you, though. Becky said, hi, Kathy. I'm sorry I missed Shannon today. Shannon had an awfully pretty, did she make an Afghan on her thumbnail today? I was tired. After I did all that mailing and we didn't get home, we didn't get out of here till 1:30. So it took about a half an hour or so to mail it. And I was tired when I came home. I was just bushed. I took a nap. Hi, Leah and Kitty Jen and Teresa. Hi, Teresa. It's good to see you. Stacy May. Kelly says, I love the Reminisce magazine. I do too, Kelly. She goes by Kel. I call her Kelly because that's what I'm used to calling her. Stacy says, Kel, meow. Let's see. Becky said, it would give you a cool effect. Yeah, I should have done that. I don't see those suggestions until I come out and read chat. Teresa popped in. It's good to see Teresa. Becky says, I'm going to do that as my first prompt from now on, putting a color down first. I've been on my feet too much today, she says, and her knees are screaming. So I'm just chilling. Good for you, Becky. You chill out. Becky says, I'm going to watch you play tonight as my brain is fuzzy. I understand because that's how I felt when I got home today. But I was so keyed up because I actually got something done today. I actually got something accomplished. I really felt good about getting that stuff out. Maybe I'm going to try to send a little bit more, get caught up on some things I got piling up on me. Laura said script or lettering. Okay, I got that. So I'm back up to there. Let's go back down to the bottom. There's Sharon Marlowe. Hi, Sharon. Welcome in. Becky says, I'm thankful we don't have to do anything this weekend. You can stay home and chill out. They're saying hello to everybody. Kel says, Teresa, I always start my prompts with color prompts first. Well, it depends for me. It depends. All right, let's move on. I don't want to spend all night on this. I'm going to use the sticker book. And I have one here that I was showing the other day. Where did I put it? I put it back down here. That, of course, it's always hard to find when you want something. Here it is, right at first, right at the front. And this is still a little wet. Maybe I'll put a sticker over it. And look, I've got a white spot up there. Maybe I'll cut this here because I always have an inch left over when I do 4x6. So let's kind of set this up. And this is a nice clean. So let's see what stickers I can put on there. Well, let's turn the book right side up. Oh, it is right side up. So the question is, this is the one that has the alphabet back at the back. And in some of their other books, they interspersed the alphabet. But I'm going to skip all that for now. And let's just kind of see what calls to me. That reminds me of mind mapping, but it looks like food and butterflies. Ooh, now see, I like this. And this would go really good with that. Now, one thing I do, and I might just do it on the front, mark off 4x6. Well, the 6 is pretty easy because it's just half. And I think I'll just do it on the front and, you know, it will get covered up. But let's mark a 6-inch right here. And then that way, of course, I put my ruler right where that wet paint is. 6. And I don't mind marking on this because most of that stuff will get covered up or fall into the background anyway. 6. None of you said use your fine line paint applicator. I might do some fancy dancy stuff with that as a wild card. Where did I put my mark? Right there. Right there. Maybe push that over a little. And we're just going to mark it on the front so I have an idea where my postcards will land. And we want to go 4 and 8 here. What's keeping this is under this up in. So we want to cut it here and here. And let's mark it down here at 8 and 4. 8 and 4. And I haven't done a pick 10 in ages. Becky usually does them. And I did her pick 10 with her fabric, and that was fun. But usually when I do Dirty Dozens and pick 10, I do 18 cards. I do a big old watercolor sheet. And I think that I need to pare it down. I'm taking a hint from Becky, because then I never get it quite done. I don't think I marked. Did I mark it over here at 8? I don't think I did. 8. And then this strip I'll cut off. And I'm kind of putting that right in the paint. The wet paint down there. I'll have to clean my ruler. It didn't get too bad. Well, it got a little messy there. All right, so now I have an idea where I want to put my stickers and if they'll fit or not. I'm really liking I'm liking this one, and I'm liking these because they're kind of yellow. Let's see what else is here. I like the yellow. And then it goes dark. What does it do over here? It goes gray. There's pink. That's kind of cool. You see, I go for the pretty ladies. I got the little girl. I can really do 3 here. This one, and this one. But I'm thinking these 2 might. So let's do 2 of those. And we'll just kind of see what else is here. Green. Whew, it's warm in here. Whew, it's warm in here. There's a little lady. Oh, look, but I think she's going to be too big unless I put her portrait style. I'm looking for ladies. Got some fairies. Ooh, here's another yellow page. And there are 4 ladies and they're smaller, which might be better. I like this one, but these are much smaller. And they'll fit on the postcard with all my other stuff. I'm leaning toward those. But it's fun to look, isn't it? Look at these. Wow, those are cool. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wow, I like those. Here's the Valentine stuff. Maybe have to come back with that when I do the zine, huh? Look at the cards. And I decided when I do the zines, I'll tell you ahead of time that I'm not going to bring them out to the border because I'm not going to fool with borderless printing. And I won't have time to go to the library. We're going to do these. Now I'm going to take them out, but I'm also going to, well, let's see how these go on here. I'm going to glue them down. Because you know, the sticky doesn't stick. Oh yeah, they're going to look nice on there. And they've got the white edge around there, but maybe I can, you know, with the rest of my prompts kind of work that in. If I had that red background clear up to there, she would just blend in too much. So in this case, the white works. So I'm just going to turn her upside down. And it's not really white, it's yellow. Well, that one might be white. This one is yellow around the edge. If I can get it out without tearing it. This one. And we'll turn her there. And then these other ones kind of go off into a blue and green. But I'm going to use them because they're small and they're on the same lines as the others. Boy, it's warm. Now, I probably won't get this done. Some of you that are in here now may want to leave. I think I'll stop at 8:30, which is 9:30 Eastern, which is in about 10 minutes. Between 8:30 and 8:35, I'm going to stop and have the giveaway. So those that are in here now, and if you're out there in the balcony and want to enter the giveaway, come on in about 10 minutes. Some of you might be lurking out there. But you're welcome to come in and play. Ooh, I like this one too. This is a nice page of stickers. But I'm going to go ahead and have the giveaway right away, and then I'll finish the prompts because that gives everybody an opportunity to win. People get tired, especially on a Friday night. They've had a busy week, like Becky says. Hi, Allie Kay. What was 1 and 2? 1 and 2 are paint, red background, and stickers. Prompt 1 was paint the background red. Prompt 2 is stickers, and that's what I'm doing here. Prompt 3 is washi tape. Prompt 4 is scraps of paper. Prompt 5 is circles. Circles. Prompt 6 is use a stencil. Prompt 7 is vintage images. I don't have my stencils out. So I might use, for me, I might use the fabric or script or lettering. Probably the fabric. Vintage images, splatter, sparkle, use a handmade stamp. Let's write stamp. And I don't know if I stamp, I'm going to have to stamp with acrylic, I think. I don't know how much, unless I put white paint on my handmade stamp. I've got my cord, phone cord here. Let's hide it behind the pole. But I'll leave the prompts. Let me move this over a little. I'll leave the prompts right out here. And can you see them over there if you want to look at them? And you can, I'll put these on my community tab. I'll put them in my description box. And you can work at these if you want. I'm only doing 3 postcards. I got this out. I want to put glue on these. Little stickers, that's prompt 2. And I put that, I washed that off. And did I wash it? No. I want this. I want a spread glue. And I'm kind of liking these. If we'll see how well they work over time. But I'm kind of liking this glue. It is from Amazon, but it looks like it was purchased from Amazon. I'm going to put this up here because I'm going to spread each one of these and then I'll throw the wax paper away. And if I don't get this fully glued before, I'll probably do a clear coat over these to make sure everything is sealed. So I'm just going to put it right down on the side here. And it kind of looks Valentine-ish in a way without being a Valentine. Now, I don't want to get glue on this, so I'm going to work over right in. Well, I've covered up my prompts, but I'll work up in here. And I'm just putting dots and dabs on here. And I can't tell the brand on here because the writing is in orange. I cannot read that tiny, 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 tiny 0.2 size orange print on a clear tube. Maybe they did that on purpose, which is kind of scary. I'm not saying they did. So I am really kind of thinking about what I'm doing. This is not a don't overthink project. I'm going to fold this in half so I don't get any glue on my. We'll just let that get down there and we'll turn it over. And I'll do these and then I'll throw it away so that I won't get sloppy here. I'm trying to get all the little nooks and crannies. And I'm trying to spread it out pretty good. Whoops. And I don't trust stickers of any kind. I don't care where I get them. I always glue them down. Now the white around here is really a light yellow. But I'm going to leave it because if I tried to blend this in, it would kind of hide, especially these two. These might blend a little, but I think that it would not be a good thing to try to blend those in. And I kind of like how they make the image pop out, just like I do black outlines around my images, my art. The white around there kind of makes them pop. So this is prompt 2. And I am done with prompt 2. All right, let's put this back in the water, let it soak. And we'll throw this away because, as you can tell, it's got glue on my sheet here. Don't glue anything on that. All right, so the next prompt is washi tape. And you don't have to use a whole lot. I kind of cleaned out my washi tape drawer. I'm going to put the lid back on this. I kind of cleaned out my washi tape drawer, at least stacked it up, what I have. But then I had my trays nice and neat, and they weren't fitting, so I had to, and that's why they weren't neat in the first place, because I had to, and even now I'm having to pull and tug to get them out. So using these cookie trays is not a good idea in here, because I stacked 2 of them, one on top of the other, and it didn't like it. Now, what do I have here? That's a nice wide tape. I'm not going to use it. You know what would go good on here, if I could find it? I have some of that Diane Reesley, the ladies. Where is that? I probably have. I don't want to spend hours looking for it. I think I'll use some of this Tim Holtz measuring washi. I'm about to the end of this row. Right, got this much left. That's not the measuring stuff. I got a measuring one. Is that it? No. I like Tim Holtz tapes. Now his tapes, when I said I didn't trust any, I trust the Tim Holtz washi tape. The linen. Well, I trust the tissue too. Now the stamp will go on the back, so I can do this. I think I'm just going to put some right straight down the edge on this side, on both of them, and we'll put this back. I might just dump these in and throw this away. I think I will, because I had a hard time even getting it out now. And I'm just going to, I've got a little desk drawer over to my right side. This is a little school desk. And I keep all my washi, well, not all of it, most of it, in that top drawer of that desk. Let me just put this in. And even then, it's getting pretty full here. And most of this tape was Paper Studio. I have some that was sent to me. Tim Holtz. I like to buy Tim Holtz washi when I see it. And I don't know, did he do washi tape this year? You guys know, has he done washi tape this year? I'm kind of behind the times on Tim Holtz. All right, I'm just going to throw this away because it's just harder than heck to. I thought it was a good idea. I might get me one of those flip-top boxes for my washi and clear out the drawer. But we're just going to, and notice I didn't put anything on the 1 inch. I'm just going to cut that off and throw it away. I'll put this up a little higher though. And we're just going to put it right in here. And I'm going to, where are my scissors? Did I take them out in the other room? I think I did. I know I did. Let's grab a pair of these. Is this, yeah. And we're gonna snip it on this blue line. Right here. And it's 8:32. Let me cut another piece and we're gonna have the giveaway. And then that way, those of you, if you're out in the balcony, come on in. We're going to have the giveaway as soon as I get this cut. Because this way, if you get tired, you can leave and, you know, still be a part of the giveaway. Still have a chance to win a postcard. I'm giving away 3. And I'm going to get them done tonight. And if I have your address, and I'll send it out tomorrow. If I don't have your address, if you're in here and somebody that I don't have an address for, get it to me as soon as you can. My email address, I'll put it in, is the dot's different on this computer. Meri Atelier. There's my email address. So if you happen to win and I say, please send me your address, that's where you would send it to. All right, so let's just set this aside for a minute. The girls are glued down, and we're going to go over here. You can see that page I glued, but I'm still going to write on here. And this is a postcard giveaway. This will go in my January journal, my folio. So postcard giveaway, and I'm just going to call it prompt, or pick 10. And this is January, gosh, it's hard to believe January's about over with. January 26th, 2024. And the range will be between, we've got 32 in here that I see. I'm going to make it between 1 and 100 because that'll give you a nice range to pick from. And there'll be 3 winners, 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, and 3. And I'll number the cards. I'll do that right now so that it will be, let's see, I'll just number them like this. Up here on this corner where the first one down on this side will be 1. Let's make it there. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. So when I cut these, this will be 1 because it's 1 and 2. So this will be 1, 2, 3, and 4. So 2 and 4 are blue and 1 and 2 are pink. So before I even get the names down there, and then the 4th one will go to me, to Meri. So international are welcome to play. I think I got some international stamps right in my right in my billfold. I bought stamps today too. So let me go out. I haven't been to random.org for a long time, so I'll probably have to type it in my browser. I'm on Firefox here, and I don't know what I was looking at there. Not quite a ghost. I'm not sure what I was looking at. Random org sequence. I like to do the sequence generator. Sequence generator random.org. And the way this works is when I put in a range from 1 to 100, it'll give me a big long column of numbers. And I'll write the first 3 down, and the person that is closest to the first one will win number 1. The person that's closest to the third one will win number 2. And I mean, to the second one will win number 2, and the person that's closest to the third number will win 3, and I'll automatically get number 4. So let's put in the range. You guys, wait a minute. Let's put it in here. All right. Let's see. I'll just put in go. Send. All right, between 1 and 100, and while you guys are putting in your numbers, just and you are free to change your number if you want in my streams, because you know I only have 32 people in here, and I'm thankful for every one of you, or 31 people now, but I don't mind if you need to change number because I don't have hundreds of people playing. And it's pretty easy to sort it out. And I would rather sort it out ahead of time than somebody have a duplicate and then have to, you know, sort all that out. So kind of watch and make sure you got a unique number. The closest number that without going over will win it. And I need to go to it here. The smallest value is 1. The largest is 100. Format. Okay, so I'm all set up. So I'm going to give you a little bit of time here. Let's see. Let's check off my stickers, and I got out my washi tape. I'm ready to put that on. My next is scraps of paper. Scraps of paper, and I think that I'm going to use out of this Sears and Roebuck. Tear some scraps because I think it'll go good on there. It's kind of a yellow paper anyway. And I have been liking the, you know, I like the pretty things. I don't really like the mechanical stuff on here. Although it'd be kind of, what do they call it when things don't match? Asynchronous? Is that what they call it? Or, you know, horse saddles. Here, how about corsets? No, let's go to some dresses here. Let's see. Those are bonnets, I think. These are cloaks. I kind of like the cloaks. Let's tear those out. We'll just make a decision. And I'm just going to rip them and tear them on different pieces. And whoops, that one's way in the margin. So can I get 4 out of there? I think I can. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think I can. And I even got a man cloak down there. So that's going to be for my 3rd prompt. And let's see. The 4th, oh, that's the 4th prompt. Circles, that won't be hard. Use a stencil. I think I'm going to do the wild card and say use fabric. So I'm going to put wild card fabric here because I don't have my stencils out. I put them all away. Vintage images. I'll have to go get my fussy cuts. Splatter, sparkle. Sparkle's going to be kind of hard for me. I might do a wild card. I'm not sure I want to do script or lettering. I might, I'm going to put wild card, and I'm going to paint tats. Paint tatty. That's my choice. So you have 2 wild cards. Oh, not for splatter. This goes here. Because I don't want to put sparkle on a postcard. And what I'm thinking of is I have some bling I could put on there, but I don't want to send that bling through the mail. Handmade stamp, and then, so, all right. Are y'all done? Got it all sorted out? I'm going to count down. 10. Get your number in if you're still deciding. Oh, you thought that was vintage images? No, this is scraps of paper. I'm going to go out and get my fussy cuts for the vintage images. Let's see. 10, 9, 8, 7. I'm sure you got all your numbers in. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, or like Dee Dee says, 2. I like how she says that. Becca says eclectic. All right. I have to see what she's talking about. Let's send the stop. Splatter. Hi, Legia. Yeah, I got splatter. I'm going to use splatter. This goes to the sparkle. I'm going to paint, use my, if I can find my white fine liner. I might have taken it out. For the fabric scraps, I've got these. I've got some in here, and I got my strips, so I may put some strips on there. We'll see. So I've got everything at hand almost, except for my stencils. All right, and my fussy cuts. I might find a book in here without having to get up. I'll look, but not right now. Let's go pick the winners. Let me turn my lights down. They are pretty much down, but I'll turn them way down. And I'll stand up. It looks like I got a phone call there. I don't know what that is. From my family. A message. I'll look at it later. They know I stream on Friday nights. Okay, here we are. Between 1 and 100. And I'm in the sequence number generator. And part 2, we're going to do get sequence. Did I hit it? It did not. No, I didn't hit it hard enough. Get sequence. And the numbers are 76, 17, and 82. 76, 17, and 82. So let me write those down. And you guys can yell at me for who's closest to 76 without going over. 76, 17, and 82. Let me refresh well, let's just go to it on my phone. It's easier. Go to YouTube. I have to switch accounts to my channel. Go in here. There I am. Oh, I might need to turn the sound down. It's down. And got to get rid of the ads. All right. Sharon Lombard? Oh, Sharon. Oh, Sharon Happy Mail. She goes, Meri, Sharon Lombard. I have her address. So she had 67. Who's closest to 17 with that? I'm going to take your guys' word for it because 2 of you, both Kelly and Becky, said Sharon. So I'm just going to write it down. Who's closest to 17? Let's see. I see a 13 for Julie Scales. Now, Julie, I know I do not have your address. Julie Scales? My email address is up above. Where did I put it in? Up here, the Meri Atelier at gmail.com. It's the.meri.atelier@gmail.com. If you send me your address yet tonight, our mail, tomorrow's Saturday, so the post office closes like at 9:30 or 10 tomorrow, but my brother will throw the postcards in the mailbox. So he goes a little bit later, but they'll go out Monday. So get your Julie, I think it's Julie. She had Julie. Julie, are you there? Are you there, Julie? Julie Scales? I know I don't have her because she's new to me. And the other thing is, get your address to me within 7 days. If I don't get your address in 7 days, I'm not going to come hunting people down. I'm not talking just to Julie. I'm talking to anybody. She had 13. Am I right there? I think. Addison. Who's Addison? Hi, Addison Wills. Welcome, welcome. Thanks for popping in. Thank you, Allie K. I lost my train of thought. Oh, well, let's go to 82. Who's closest to 82? I see a 59, a 67. That's Sharon, so we're not going to use hers. Is it Renee? I think it's Renee. Renee, I'm not sure. I should have your address, but would you send it to me again? Renee Suzanne? Am I right there that it's Renee at 56? Renee Suzanne. Send it to me again, Renee. I'm not getting any more chat. After Becky's 60 cents, I feel like I should be getting more chat. I'm not on all messages. There we go. Aunt Beck had 59. Oh, Becky has 59. Oh, Suzanne. Sorry, Suzanne, this is going to Becky. Thank you, guys. I rely on you guys to watch me. Becky had 59. Aw. Sorry, Suzanne. Or Renee. Renee, Suzanne. No. And then mine is the fourth one. I like to keep one for myself. So let's go ahead. Congratulations, Julie. Get your address to me. The Meri Atelier, THE.MERI.ATELIER@gmail.com. Becky said, oops. Congratulations. Hi, Dare. Did I say hello to you? Julie said, yes. Oh, Becky said 56. And then she won it with 59. Oh, Becky, Becky, Becky. All right, I'm going to turn this off because I want to save my juice. And I have my tablet going over here. Let me hit the chat filter and refresh on my tablet. Chat filter, all messages. So they are going to Sharon Lombard. I have hers. It'll go out tomorrow. Julie, if you get your address to me, I will send yours out. Let's see. I got an email. Is that from you? No. That's from Stacy May. Sent her address to me. Stacy, you didn't win one though. Addison Wills. Stacy May Addison Wills. Oh, is that who Addison is? Addison, are you Stacy May? I'm getting confused. Hugs, Renee. I told you I was tired, Becky said. All right, so I want to move on with this because I do want to break some broken jewelry tonight. I'll break up some jewelry because I have that on my plate to do. And I am going to, I like Tim Holtz washi tape because it's really easy to put down, except for he still has and it sticks. I don't worry about it coming up, but I still have to get the little tab in here. Tear me a little tab if I can. Come on. I might need it a little bit more over here. And I get my pen in between the release paper and the tape and kind of lift up on the release paper. And that tears me a little tab. Oh, it's warm in here. And it's tearing. It's not tearing sticky. Let's try the other side. It layered the paper, which was kind of interesting. It is kind of, all this washi tape, I wish they would just give me a 1/16 of an inch on the long side. It would be so much easier. Here. There. But I do like Tim Holtz washi tape. Now, I'm going to start from the bottom. And I'm going to put it right along my mark, if I can see my mark. And I want to get it down to the bottom here and get my finger off of it. And I'll get it as straight. Problem is I can't see. I can't see anything. And I had a laugh when I sent Karen her because I made my envelope and I made the label to put on it. And I was laughing because I put the label on crooked. And I said, well, she'll know it came from me. And I'm trying to follow that line. It may be a little off. I have this one pretty close to, oh, that's crooked. That's crooked. Let's straighten it out. It's crooked from the start. Jeez, Mary. Crooked from the start. If you don't get it straight from the start, it's crooked all the way. Crooked all the way down. There. And I do like Tim Holtz washi. Let's pull it up a little more. And I can't see that line. That bothers me. And it may get cut a little. I tried to measure this right at 6 inches. I didn't want to cut the postcards apart until I'm done. There. That's pretty straight. That was a fight. And I'll be cutting it right across there for 4 by 6. Let's see if I can get this off. That came off really easy. And maybe I should start, well, I don't want to start from the top because I don't have my line going all the way. Well, I'm doing the edge though, so this should be fairly easy. Of course, straight is not easy for Meri. Straight is not easy for me. I don't do straight. I have to go crooked every time. Now I'm thinking about knocking those yellow white down a little. I wonder if I could knock them down with a yellow mark. I don't know if I want to do yellow. I don't want to get too fussy with it. All right. So there's my washi tape prompt. The next one was scraps of paper, and I'm going to tear this. Now, one thing I notice about this glue, it is a very wet glue, and it will wrinkle thin stuff. Like that tissue paper wrinkled it. So I think I'm going to use Yes Paste to put this down. And I'm going to tear, you know, like this. Let's tear these cloaks here. Right here. Right on the edge. And that one is going to go here. Scrap of paper. Kind of very organized. This one is a gentleman, and I like him. But this is kind of course, I could put a scrap over that. We're going to put a gentleman on this. This will be, let's see, it's 1, 2, 3, and 4. This one's mine. Let's put the gentleman over on mine because I don't want to give somebody the odd one out. So this one, I think I'm going to tear 2 of these at once. Like this. I'm trying to keep them all vertical. And I think I'll put this one in here. Now this one might need to come up a little. And we're going to put that one right there. This one I don't have. I'm going to put this little scrappy scrap on top of, well, maybe I'll use, well, let's see. I'm going to do this one over here. I'm deciding, do I want to do 1 or 2? I think I'll do 1. Let's see. I needed at least 4 inches though. So maybe I'll do all of those. Let's just tear it off there and there. And we'll let that go off of the edge there. And I think I'll bring it over on there. Now I want to put something in there, and I think I'll just tear this. And I might even just put it upside down. Tear this off. Put it there so that my gentleman has a top. All right. So all I have left is this little scrap, and I'm going to save him, and I'll put him in my scrap box. I need to get my calendar out. All right, let's get my yes paste out. Let's move along, Mary. Where the circle's going to be, I'm not sure. That's my next prompt. I might look. I pulled my broken jewelry. That's for later. I wanted my yes paste. Oh, it's down here. Hold it. I have to move my chair. Where did it go? It's here. And we're going to pull another piece of wax paper over here, Mary. And I'm going to use my spatula again. Let's put that there. Now my vintage image might need to be kind of small. I would like to find something sewing related, like a thimble. I might go back to that Sears and Roebuck. I don't know if that's, I don't know. You know, I also have, I have this, and sometimes they have sewing stuff in there, so I might look in there and see if I can't find, look, let's get these down before I totally mess them up. And let's wipe off my palette knife. And I'm going to glue these down. Renee says, Leah, I was married at 19 the first time, but now my husband and I will be married 21 years in July. Wow, congratulations, Renee. Hi, Sherry Van. Oh, you missed the giveaway. I have a cluster to send to Sherry Van yet, and I have a Santa Claus to send to Sharon. Maybe I'll make it a goal next week to get those out. Will you guys keep me to that, even if I don't get it done? Sherry Van's cluster, I mailed it, but it came back to me. I had a little ladybug on the cluster, and it broke through the envelope. And by golly, they sent it back in one piece. So I'd been telling Sherry that I was going to send it to her, and I haven't got it done. And Sharon's been waiting over a year for her Santa Claus. That's the way Mary rolls. Now I'm going to let this flow over the edge of the tape a little, so I won't have the red in the, well, I have a little red there. Let's move that over just to kind of slant it a little. Now I need to move it down. The one thing about Yes Paste that it is repositionable. And Becky looked it up for me. Well, she looked it up in my stream and told me in my stream, let's put it that way. And she says it has a 15-minute open time. So I need to reposition this to get it the way I want it. I just lift it up and there we go. That's how I want it. Now I'm going to put this little piece, and I don't want to, this little piece is next. Let's get some, and I'm trying to take my Yes Paste, you probably can't see the jar, but I'm trying to get under the rim of the jar to use up. And this was, the Yes Paste was a gift from Renee. She almost won a postcard, but Becky beat her out. I had Renee written down. All right, we're going to move this. This one will come to me. This is, well, I don't know. I have to turn it upside down. This might be 1 and 2. I have to look. I was thinking this was 1 and 2, 3 and 4. Whoever's 4, well, it doesn't matter if this is 4 or that's 4. I'll keep this one. Because it's got the man on it, and I want to send the lady stuff to all of you guys. Although you probably wouldn't mind getting a man, but if I... Here, isn't this silly? I want to be fair. I always tell my mom, she always had to be fair. And I said, Mom, you can't be fair all the time. And she had to make sure that everything was divvied out right. Was your mom ever like that? When somebody got $10, somebody else had to get $10? Or 3 chocolate stars when we were kids? Mom would buy a bag of chocolate stars and she would give each one of us 10. And if one got 10, the other one had to get 10. Of course, that's when we were younger. And she probably did that to avoid all the fighting and fussing. He got more than I did. Oh, dear. Let's see. I want to pull this over. Oh, I'm liking this. When you're happy with what you're doing, then generally, you know you got something going on here. Even when you're unhappy, just keep moving. Keep moving and keep working on it because it's not done yet. When you're not happy with something, and of course you could be done and not happy with it, but generally, if you just keep working on it, there's something in there that's not ringing a bell with you, and once you find it and change it, then you're happy again. I'm going to turn this around this way because I glue this side down better. And I think I will put a clear coat on this. Probably a matte one because I'm not too concerned. This will have a little bit showing right down there. And I have that little scrap. What did I do with him? I'm going to put just a teeny bit of text on that. Because I want the maroon not to show. I'm just going to put a little, I should probably put it on here. I can get it lifted up now. And I'm going to put it right down in here, and then I'll probably cut off the edge. And it almost looks like it belongs there, but not quite. All right. And now we just have this one to do. The next prompt is circles, and I think I'm going to come back to those. Because, well, no, I could do them now. And then, oh, I don't know. I think I want to do little circles. I don't think I want big, bold circles. And this has to come up too. And I think it's not quite at the mark. And it's not quite at the mark down there. Let's lift this up. And move it down here. And like that. And then I'll take another piece of this and put it right in there. And I have looks like a muff and a collar. These could go as the vintage image. Yeah. Oh, I tore it. Well, we'll see how that goes. I might have tore it in the right spot. My finger's sticky. This Yes paste, when I get it close and I'm handling it, I get Yes paste on it and on my fingers, and you can tear stuff. It does get a little sticky to work with. Let's see, I think I'm happy with it though. We'll put it right there. And I'm done with that. I think I'm gonna put little circles on here. Let's put my yes. You want to keep your yes paste closed. Don't walk away and leave it, or it will get gummy just like any other paste. But you can dilute this with water, but just be aware that you'll probably wrinkle whatever. But see how these kind of wrinkled in here? I can feel them, that wet glue. This one I feel, but it's okay because the image kind of takes care of it. But these are nice and flat. That's another thing I like about Yes Paste. I like that it's repositionable. I'm going to throw this away because it's got paste on it. I like that I can lift stuff up and reposition it. And of course I like it for bookbinding. All right, now the circles. I don't know. I think I want tiny ones. Let's put that in there. And let me get out a alcohol wipe for my fingers because they're kind of sticky. And I think what I'm going to use, let me look. I took a lot of stuff off my desk here. Maybe I'll use, that's too big. I don't know how that will look. I would rather have something. Oh, you know what I'd like? Where is it? Here. This is kind of hollow. This is the right size. And I think I'll put them around in the bare spots in here. Maybe go down there. And what color do I want? Yellow? I kind of like the idea of yellow because let me finish wiping off my hands. These alcohol wipes, you kind of have to, they say they're 75% alcohol, but you kind of have to wash off the dried paint, the stickiness. Dried paint on my finger there. It's not blood, it's paint. Now I'll go out and look, it's paint on my fingertips. I'll go out and wash it with lava soap. Lava cleans my hands really good. These kind of dry out my hands. And my air is dry in here anyway in the winter time. All right, let's see what color. I'm thinking yellow on here. And I could have probably used that wax paper that I tossed, but we'll get out another little square of it. And we're going to do circles. What time is it? It's 9:11. I want to break apart some jewelry tonight. I might have to save it for Sunday night. Well, Sunday night I'm going to be doing doodle prompts. And that'll take me all night for those. We're going to do yellow. And let's see. Golden sunrise or bright yellow. King's gold. I like that. Or sunrise yellow. Or no, what is that? 20502E yellow. These look an awful lot alike. This is probably a little bit darker. But I think I like the bright. That's what we're going for. And I'm going to do a few up here first. And I'm just going to take the hollow part of this super tip and dip it in and do some circles. Now, I don't have to do hundreds of circles. I don't know why when I do this stuff, I think I have to put on 1,000,000 of them. I noticed that when I did Becky's, and then I kind of regretted it. I did Becky's fabric thing and I made 1,000,000 circles on it. All right, we're going to kind of spread this out a little. And let's do one in the corner. And they don't have to be complete. It'd be nice if they were. I'm happy with those. So let's do them down the care line here. I kind of like doing that. And we'll do that on all 4 of them. Kind of looks like a corset. One side of it, where you would lace it up. These are coming out nice. Maybe I'll send Becky the man. She's got 2 minutes. I'll have to turn this over and see which is number 4. Yeah, this is number 2. This would go to Julie, but I think I'll send Becky the man. I might be making some choices here. Becky's got 2 men in her household. I'm going to do this one again, see if I can't get some paint. It's not filling it in for me. There we go. I'll send Becky this one and take that one, and I think this is number 1. That will go to Sharon, and this one will go to Julie. She'll get a pretty lady dressed in pink. They're all pretty. I like each and every one of them. Oh, that one got filled in. I'm going to leave it because if I try to change it now, it will mess it up. So it is what it is. When you do this stuff, you kind of have to accept what flows on there. And I'm happy with that. Let's wipe off my... So we've done 2. We're ready to use fabric. And I think I took my Becky fabric out in the other room. I might need that. I'm going to put it above. No. Let's see. Yeah, we've done scraps of paper and we've done circle. The next one is use a stencil, but I don't have stencils out. I'm going to do a wild card of fabric. And I've got fabric. I want something thin though. Let's see. Let me reach over here and see what I have. I've got, oh, you know, I have those strips. I have those strips I was showing you. They're cotton. Let me get over here. And I'll probably have to use Yes Paste to put those on. Let's pick some out. I've got a whole bunch of strips. Oh, I've got a bunch of them. I'm not going to use all of those. I'm going to pick from them. I'm not going to do black, so I'll put that back in. I'm thinking, that's a very light violet. These are words, though. These are words. I kind of like the idea of words. I'm not sure how I'm going to put it in there. Do I have another one? I do. So I'm going to pull those out, and we're not even going to sort through the rest of these. All right. Do I have any vintage images in here? No. I would like to do thimbles on here. I might see if I can find thimbles in that Sears and Roebuck. I might have used them already. But let's hit this with the heat gun, and while that's going on, while that's warming up, I'm going to come out and look at chat and see what's going on in chat. I ran over my cord with my chair. I always get my cord twisted under my chair. And it's so stubborn. It makes me mad. There we go. I was going to order some cord organizers, but they weren't working. Oh, and I pulled it out of the plug. Yeah, pulled it right out of the plug-in. Let me plug it back in. It's dark down there. Alright. This is going to kind of bubble up. I'm not going to mess with it. I'm going to let it dry that way. Because I find once you mess with this stuff, you've ruined your piece. The thin stuff dries pretty fast. It's craft paint. When it's thicker like this, you have to let it dry. I got red on my fingernails from. See, this is dry in here already. Nothing's coming up on that. It's these thicker ones. And I might put my fabric on that to kind of hide it, because I have vintage images, splatter, sparkle I'm going to use. Oh, I'll have to see. I was going to draw some padding. You know, this is a lot of prompts for a postcard. I could stop here and be happy with it. Maybe we need words on it. I don't know. I don't like my handwriting on this stuff, though. Let's see. Let's go to the fabric one. And let's see how I want to do this, because this is pretty thin. I'm thinking put it across like this. It will fit clear across. But then I'll mess up. So if I put it here, right here, it looks like these ladies are standing on something here. They're kind of floating in the air. So, and if I do that, that will kind of cover up this. If I bring it right into there. And I could, well, I'm going to, I don't know. I could make this a little bit narrower, cut off some of this white margin on here. Let's attempt that. But my sharp scissors are out in the other room. I don't know how successful I'm going to be at this, but I want to make this a little narrower. We'll try it here. I just want to cut that margin off. And I really want the thinner part. I want the thinner part under her. Right in there. Over a little. So it looks like she's standing on the text. And I think I have enough. Let's snip it here. And I'll put that right along the line here. And we're going to snip it again over here. And I kind of like that, because there'll be other stuff up here. I have splatter and my tats. Of course, this ends right here. and sparkle. Well, the sparkle, I'm going to do the tats. And I got the vintage images. So we're going to put that one there. I kind of like it there. I don't like them floating in the air. They're floating in the air. We're going to put this one at least it looks like they're standing on the fabric base. They're standing on their word. I'll put that one there. Now I've got another one. And this one I don't think I'll have to cut down because, well, maybe a little. See, I've got a little margin. Let's see if I can't trim that down, the white space. I like the white space, but I'm going to trim it off for this. I have nothing against white space. So why are you cutting it off? So it'll fit better. And it'll be a little uneven cutting it like this, but hey, it's just a postcard. It'll be fine. So in here, oh, I didn't get it there. I skipped that white space. Let's trim that off. I'm going to put this one, and it might need to be a little thinner. Let's make it fit first. Let's cut it right. Right. Right there. Because I'll cover up her shoes. So it's easier for me to handle it this way. I'm going to trim it a little bit more here. So I don't want to cover up her shoes. I get picky. I do get picky. That's a little better. So that one will go there. And this one, and I can leave that white space. So it gets thinner down here. It gets thicker and then thinner. Maybe this side. I like that. And we're going to trim this one right here. So I'm kind of building a frame around these. Maybe I'll do some faux stitching with I said tatting, but maybe I'll use my fine liner and do some faux stitches around here. I was watching a lady who does quilting, or no, I guess she does embroidery, but she was showing the basic back stitch and fly stitch and let's see. I'm going to tear this piece of yellow off here. I want to glue those fabric pieces down. I don't want yellow on them. Although yellow on them would look nice, wouldn't it? Oh well. We're going to do some splatter on here too, and that will. All right. So I'm going to put my yellow away and get my yes paste back out. And we're going to glue these down. Yep, this will probably take me till 10 o'clock. I won't get to my upcycled jewelry tonight. I should know better than try to do 20 things in one stream. But you know, sometimes I like to multitask. I like to do different things. But when I'm doing something like this, I do want to get them done tonight. Because I do want to get them sent out tomorrow. And, yeah. Julie, I see your email out there. So if you're listening, I did get your email. So thank you very much. And yeah, your card will go out tomorrow. I'm going to cut these and address them. Now the stamps I have out are alphabet stamps. I don't think I might be able to get to, I like to put a stamp on the other side of the postcard. I might be able to get to some of those I bought from Lori, a paint girly. Let's see, this will go right in, kind of on that line, right in here. This one. And after this gets cut, these will make more sense. What did I do here? I got a little scrap there. All right, let's do this one. I think that's down pretty good. And I don't know, I was thinking I'd clear coat these, but I don't know if I will or not, because that's going to add another layer of wetness. I think clear coating might be a good idea. And I was listening to Tammy, our tatting instructor, was showing us that I thought she used Mod Podge, but she uses Ceramcoat varnish, the satin and the gloss on her, and she does water it down to stiffen her. She was talking about, we were talking about stiffening the hat, or making a tatted hat, and she was showing us what Dee Dee uses. That varnish that Dee Dee uses is what Tammy uses to, and these threads probably won't matter too much there. That's what makes me think I could should clear coat them. So we want to move along, Meri. Vintage image. I was going to see what I could find out of my fussy cuts, but I don't think I have. You know what I have is that Victorian. I might be able to find something in that. I have at least one page of it out. I know, because I see it every day. Oops, that's not gonna, I don't have glue on. Got a thread on it. Hold on. And it's stuck to my finger. I don't have glue on the tip of this here. Now I'm going to put it on with my finger so I can feel it. Sometimes I can't feel. I mean, when you can't feel it, you don't know. When you can feel it, you know you got it. When you're using a palette knife, you don't feel things. Okay, we're going to put it right in there. One more. And I'm going to trim that little piece of paper off. One more. And it got a thread on it from being mixed up with all the others. Thread hanging on my finger. I'm using Yes Paste again. It can get sticky, especially if you're doing stuff like this. That Yes Paste can be sticky, but I like it. It's good that it's sticky. If it weren't sticky, we'd be having a problem with it. Sticky in this case is a good thing. If I get it good on the edges. Of course, I used my finger on that other one, and so now everything's sticking to my finger. Thread sticking to my fingers. I can't get it. I get it from one finger to the other. And you know what? I don't feel glue on this. I'm going to put glue on it. Sometimes using your fingers is the best thing, even if it's sticky. push that down a little if I can, but even if I don't, this one's coming back to me. No, I'm going to send this one to Becky, I think. The man. I'm going to reposition this. I think I'm going to send the little man to Becky. There's a little man walking off the edge, too. All right. Put my palette knife back in the water, throw this away. I don't know what I did with, here it is. Put the wax paper back on this. I'm just about done here. Just got a couple more prompts. Vintage images. I'm not going to put that away too good because I'll probably be using it again. But I have to get this sticky off my hands or everything's going to stick. Yeah, I do like these alcohol wipes. I never use baby wipes. These are called alcohol wipes. I don't think they were intended to use on babies. They're not pamper. They're alcohol. But I got out of the habit of using the baby wipes. And I think I'll go get me some more when these are done. Because I do like to keep my hands fairly clean. I think the baby wipes do a better job of cleaning my fingers, though. Getting that paint off. Just my thought. Could be wrong. All right, so now we want to do the vintage images, and I'll probably clean my hand and then use glue again, but that's okay. I can handle it. I'm going to snip this piece off here. This is that extra that I added back on the bottom. And you can see the back is going to be messy. And sometimes I just put a light wash over the back. And we might do that today. I want to get that thread off of there. What am I doing? There. Okay. So let's look at, I got a sheet over here. I'm going to cut it up, I think. You're going to cut it, Mary? I forget what it is. Oh, I don't know if I'm going to cut her or not. But maybe some of this. These are vintage images. And look, boy, I should have used this at first. I could use these little ladies here, but look at this side. I want to use something small, I think. And I'm going to use the... Oh, these are small here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But I'd have to cut into that. I like the birds here. This 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to use the birds up in here. I've got really 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them. And I'm just cutting text on the back. So we're going to use, they're fairly small. We're going to use those. And I'm going to have to fussy cut with these larger scissors. And I don't want to cut her bow. So we're going to cut around these two. And look at that pair of scissors there. I don't know if I can salvage those or not. And so I'm just kind of cutting this bird cage. Well, let me just get this cut out here. And more in my hand. And this is, I'm using the originals. But that's what this book is for, is the fussy cut from. We got, I think Sharon, was it Sharon that sent me this or Norma? I think it came from Sharon. Might have come from Norma. Sharon, are you out there? Do you remember sending me this? All right, we're going to cut these little birds' cages off here. Don't want to cut his nose. And we're going to use these two I want to save those vintage scissors. So I think I could go for these two here. And this has a teacup in there. So we're going to go for these I'm keeping. I'll put them up above. I need to get me another container for extras. And let's see. We got splatter and sparkle. I'm not going to use sparkle. I'm going to use a wild card and a handmade stamp. The handmade stamp I think I'm going to put on the back. Now this bird cage is kind of a double-sided affair, but I'm going to end it. I'm going to end it right here. Ooh, but his tail comes down. We won't want to snip his tail. So, in fact, I think I'm going to cut it right here. And I'm probably working pretty small. You guys probably aren't going to see all of this. And I'll hold it up when I'm done with the entire postcards. And we're just going to kind of, I'm going to leave the white area. I'm not going to attempt all of that. And these two birds have tails that are in there. Kind of snip out the little white area there. Now I want to remind you, I'm not going to be streaming next Thursday morning. My brother has a doctor appointment, an early morning doctor appointment. All right, so where am I going to put my birds? I think I'm going to put them right in this center there. And I'm going to be putting faux stitching around here, maybe just running lines, faux running lines. And that will take the place of my sparkle, and I have splatter. Let's do this one. This bird looks like a cockatoo, maybe? Is that a cockatoo, the birds? He's got a big crown on his head. So I'm really just kind of putting down, maybe the splatter will kind of, I need something, or the stitches might pull it together a little. I feel like my images are kind of, here, they're kind of just plopped down on my page. I need something to pull it together. Maybe my stitches will pull it together. My faux stitching. This is a pretty bird. I think I'm going to end this one right here. If I can get him fussy cutting with big scissors. I always laughed at Rosemary because she used those big, huge, 14-inch blades to fussy cut with. How did she do that? She did it. I always laughed at her when she fussed. Not laughed at her, laughed because I thought it was so strange. Let's see, let's come this way, maybe. I need my smaller scissors out. These are entirely too big to be fussy cutting. But they just have 4 little ones here. Did I get it? And I'm not going to bother with the white. I'm not going to bother with taking all that out. And then my last one is this parrot hanging on the circle here. And we'll leave the little circle up at the top. And do I want to, yeah, I'm not going to bother with this. Not bother taking all that stuff out. Now, do I like them there? I really don't. but I don't think they'll look good any other place. Or maybe hanging up from the top. Yeah, maybe the birds need to be, this one isn't hanging, but he could still be up at the top. I like them better up at the top. But I feel like they're scattered on my page. I feel like I have a bunch of scattered images. So I'm going to pull that together maybe with some diagonal stitch lines and then some splatter. And then I think I'll have all my prompts. So let's get my hands messy again with glue. And yeah, I'll get another little piece. I threw my wax paper away. I don't think throwed is a word. Meri. And the wax paper off. And these shouldn't be too hard to put on. I'm still debating whether I'm going to clear coat them. And I want to thank you guys. I'm sure some of you are getting tired. I might run a little past 10 again tonight because I do want to finish these. I want to send them out tomorrow. And so right now, my images are kind of scattered across the page, but I think when I put in my faux stitch lines, that they'll tie up together. And I'm hanging these like the birds are hanging from the top. This one could really come down to the bottom because he's not really hanging. He's sitting on a post. But then I have all that blank space. I am going to put him back up there. All the others are hanging. That one comes to me anyway. I'm giving this one to Becky. This one's going to Julie, and that one's going to Sharon. Just so you know. I have a pro and con about clear coating them. The pro is that it will stick the images down. Any loose places that didn't get stuck will probably get stuck down. But the con is that it gets my whole page wet again. But you can dry it with the dryer. It dries pretty fast. I do want to get these done. I don't want to fiddle with them tomorrow before mail time. That's what I did today. Ruins my whole day when I spend half the morning. All right, I think I've done as much gluing as I need to do, because what we have left now is the splatter and the stamp, which is going on the back, and the faux stitch lines, which I'm thinking I'm going to do with my fine liner if I can find it. Put that lid on tight. And I think I put it back away, but I'm not sure, totally sure. Did I put it in this box? No, it's not there. Let's see if I can find it in my drawer down here. I've got spray. I've got black. That's it. I cleared this stuff off. What did I do with everything I cleared off? Black. How do I end up with 3 black fine liners? Tell me. One doesn't work, so I get another one going. I've got a gold and a red. Am I at the end of them? Well, I guess I'm not going to do a fine liner because I can't find my white one. I don't know what I did with it. I don't want to put black. Let's see what else I can use. See, that's that. When I clear off my desk like that, I lose track. I lose stuff. And then I get frustrated. No, it's not in there. So I'm looking for something else I can use. I should just keep that white fine liner over on my paint rack. Because then if I put it in a special place, then I'll know where it's at. I don't see anything in here that I want to use. Let's see what's in here. See, I've got a gold marker, but I don't think it'll show up for what I want. I don't know. This is an empty one. We could try putting paint in that. I've never done that. I've had it for ages. I was looking to see if I had a... I'm going to try that. I also have one of these white uniballs. I'm going to try that one too. I'm going to try the uniball first. I'm not sure. I'm going to try it up here. And not the gold. Get that off my desk. These I got at Walmart. I don't see them selling them at Walmart anymore. They did for just a little bit of time, and then they discontinued selling them. And I was lucky to get one. I like it. So what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to use my ruler. And what I'm going to do is put diagonals, and I'm going to do it all across the page, and I'm going to put dashes. So a little dash. Oh, I'm going to have to do it. And then I'm going to move it and put, hopefully I can see what I'm doing here. Stitch lines. Oh, I'm liking that. And I'm just going to go clear across. And hopefully this will tie all my images together, because I feel like they're kind of spread out on my page. And just pretend this is a thread. Boy, that wrote first time. That usually I have to fight with them. I don't know if it'll always work the first time because I am doing this on acrylic. But we'll get it done for these. Now I'm not going to go across my images. I'm going to go up to them and around them. So if you haven't done any slow stitching yet, and if you're thinking that you might like it, I would really encourage you to do it, because I am having so much fun doing slow stitching this year. The other years, I just didn't have time with everything else I was doing. But I was watching, I caught K3N Cloth Tales toward the end of December. I think that's really when she started. She had her channel fairly well out there, but I've just from reading her comments on her videos, several people said, I found you in December. So I'm thinking that that's when she started really attracting people to her channel. Although it didn't take long for her to build a nice community. She started a Facebook group, but she's all about quilting. I mean, not quilting, slow stitching. But she does other things. Like I think she was saying in her Facebook group that natural dyes, like what Rosemary does, is near and dear to her heart. So you might be seeing her do some of that later. I don't know. Right now, she's doing a slow stitch page a week for a journal, and I'm following her with that. She's also doing a drawstring bag and a rice bags, and I'm not doing those because, not because I don't like them, but just because I have so much on my desk that I have to, I'm doing a journal cover and her pages every week, and that keeps me busy. Plus I'm doing Take a Stitch Tuesday with Pentangles, and I'm doing my tatting and tatting design. So I'm very busy during the week. I can't keep up with everything. Plus, I was putting some books away, and I found a couple books that I wanted to finish reading. So I didn't put those away. I'd like to finish reading books. See, don't you think that kind of ties stuff together here? I'm liking it. Of course, this part will be cut off, and these postcards will be 4x6. And I might have to frame them off when I'm done, but we'll see. This is taking me some time, even with 4. To do this with 18 postcards, how did I do all these prompts of Dirty Dozen with 18 postcards? I don't know. Of course, with Becky, when I work with Becky moves kind of fast when she does her stuff. And when I'm doing a large sheet, boy, I have to hop. I can't just chatter away while I'm doing it. But usually I'm not filming it. Sometimes I used to film it and then do an unlisted and then let it go live, but that gets it's hard to watch. I don't know what I have there. A little vertical line there. I'm not sure what I did there. I'm going to leave it. It's a little stitch that got out of the line there. I'm not sure why. It's a oopsie. And I have oopsies even on my stitching. And I'll bet you a lot of people do. And in fact, that's kind of what makes the pieces interesting. All right. Yeah, I'm liking how these are kind of tying the images together. The images were kind of, and I think these lines will, I'm almost tempted to put diagonals the other way, but that's a little much, a little busy with all these prompts on here. The splatter's coming next. We're going to do splatter. It'd be nice to write a word in here. What word could I write? I could just write the word January 2024. I like that idea. I might do that in my white with my white pen, but let's finish. I'm not looking at chat because I do want to get this done, so I'm just kind of jabbering while I'm working here. And I hope you're out there listening. Some of you have probably said, oh, I've got to go to bed. I'm tired. But tomorrow's Saturday. And for a lot of you, you get Saturday off. Some people have to work on Saturdays. Did I do this one? I don't think I did. And this part here will get cut off, but I'm still marking it. I told my brother I wanted to drive when we go to Lincoln. I don't think he liked the idea too much. He said he could drive, and I told him I didn't want him driving in Lincoln. He says, oh, I can drive in Lincoln. And I said, I know Lincoln better than you do. He gets Grand Island, he knows. When we go up to Grand Island, he does know that. And he's driven that several times over the past years, but he hasn't been to Lincoln for years. I haven't been to Lincoln for 6 years, but I'm more confident that I can find my way around. And I'm afraid he'll get distracted because I'll be giving him directions and he'll be trying to listen to me, and he's got his mind on the doctor appointment. And I'm trying to get him to let me drive, but my car is parked out back and it's kind of snowed in. And we were kind of debating whether we could get my car out. And the front tire is low. I don't think it's completely flat. I think it just needs to be aired up. And I'll take it in. I'll get him to air it up. It's supposed to get warmer next week. And I'll take it in and have him look at it before we go up there. Or I'll probably insist on driving his car. And I'm not sure that he's going to be agreeable. We'll probably have a little bit of a difference of opinion on that. I don't like driving his car, but I would rather drive it and be extra careful, go extra slow, and we don't take the interstate. I'm not going on the interstate for sure. But still, on the country highway, there's still a lot of traffic. But I don't like driving his car because if something happens, then I'm responsible, and I'd rather have it happen to my car, even if somebody else would hit us. I just don't like the idea of it. I want my car. I shouldn't have left it parked. It's parked out behind the back door, but we have to drive kind of through the yard to get out to the street, either through the backyard or the front yard, and it's all snowed in. I'm going to put one more little stitch there. There. I'm liking that. Can you guys see it even? I'm not zoomed in. Can you guys see my white lines? I can't see them very well in my tablet. Let me hold it up. I think the splatter will, yeah, you can see them pretty good. I think the splatter will help pull them together too, the images, because there's going to be splatter in here. But I'm going to write or print January 2024 on here because I feel like it needs a word. And I'm trying to print really nice. January. I hope I'm spelling January right. R. Y. And then we'll put 20, 24. Oh, I'm liking that. Kind of adds some interest in here. January. Now, I don't know if I put clear coat on this ink. I don't think I'm going to risk it because varnish will move a felt tip pen. I don't think I'm going to clear coat these. I'd make a mess of it. I think all my white would blur. January 2024. I could test it out up here, but I'm pretty sure it will blur. And January. $20, $24. Oh, I'm liking that. Now these will be cut right down here. And this is 6 inches from here to here and 6 inches from there to there. My line is right down here. And right down here. So let's kind of wipe the tip of this. So hopefully it'll write again for me. And I'm going to put it back in its case. We have a gold and silver one. So now I'm going to do the splatter and then we're going to turn it over. And I think we have to do a stamp. And I think I'm going to try one of Lori's stamps that I got at her sale. We're getting there. So what do I want to splatter? Do I want to splatter gold? I think I'm going to splatter white again. And so I could splatter yellow. I kind of like the idea of a yellow splatter. I think I will. And I get my little cup out. I saw it over here. My little cup and water. It's getting late, I know, but I want to finish these because I want them to go out tomorrow. It's already after 10. Really, when I do something like this, I should do it in a morning stream where I have several hours. And that's probably too much water. I should probably, let's do that. Let's reverse this. Pour that water in there. Let's put my paint in first. Shake it up. And let's see, I need my fan brush. Did I put it in here? Yes. My fan brush is kind of stiff. But that'll make a good splatter. I needed to wash it out. I didn't wash it out. But it'll get, I hope that, we'll see what happens. I did not wash out my fan brush, but it'll make a nice little splatter with it being so stiff. All right, we're going to splatter yellow. And I'm going to put just a little paint in there, maybe a little more, because I am going to, that should be enough. And let's wipe that off. All right, and put that back in the yellow shelf. I turned my shelf around while I was talking. And now let's put some water in this. Need some more paint. And let's use a heavy brush. Move this off to the side. Now let's knock it on here first. I'm kind of controlling where I want the splatter to go. Sometimes you can kind of say, put some in there, put some up here. This is going to get cut off. And my splatter is not thick, but that means it'll dry easier. I'm going to hit it with the heat gun. Oops, got a big dot. Look, can I blot that off? Let's blot that off. And I don't want a big blob of it. Got another, it wants the blob in there. Now let me. And notice I didn't splatter much on the paper or the fabric. I don't care if it blobs on those. All right, I think I'm going to call that splattered. Wash that brush out this time. I don't think I washed it out the other time, but it's good. It's wet, but it's good. It's a cheap brush. When those bristles dry, they'll spread out a little bit more. They're wet. I just use it for splatter anyway. All right, and I'm going to dump this in my water. I'll have to empty my water and wash out my, because I'll use this little cup again. Wipe it out. It's acrylic paint, so what doesn't get wiped out will dry. Put it back over there. Oops. Didn't want to stay where I put it. All right, I'm going to hit this with the heat gun. Wherever I put that. I want to thank those of you that are sticking out there. Thank you, dear B. Hi, Ashley Sherwood, working in. Welcome in. Leah's here. Hi, Leah. You like them? Thank you, Leah. I'm running over my cord again with my chair. I don't know why I do that. The cord's extra long. I try to keep it out of the way, but... And I thought I was losing this heat gun, but it came back. It's doing a good job. Splatter is a little hard to dry because there's wet blobs. Some of that soaked in, but that's okay. I kind of like that. Becky gave me a lot of these prompts. There, you gave me one too. What did you give me? I didn't write down what prompt came from here. I know Becky gave me the pink red background prompt. Stacy says, good night, everybody. Have a great weekend, Stacy. Oh, you're Christy Rhodes' daughter. Oh, say hi to Christy for me. I owe her a zine and some lace. I haven't sent out my lace giveaway yet. Tell her I'm thinking of her. Christy Rhodes. Used to be Christy Wainscott to us, if you remember her as Christy Wainscott. Welcome in, Ashley. It's good to see you. Oh, you gave me the stamp. Well, that's going on the back. I don't think I can put one more thing on here to make it. Oh, I could put some little cross stitches in here, little upright stitches, but I'm going to leave it the way it is. It's getting late. I need to move along here. Now, this is wet over here. Towel. I used my towel. Hold it. Let me get another towel. I threw it away. I'm going to blot that up. It's a big dribble. Right here. And I'm going to blot this a little too there. It kind of stained it, which is good too. And here. Let's blot that. Who else am I missing? Renee says, thank you, Mary, for an enjoyable and inspirational stream. Thank you, Renee, for coming. Have a great weekend. It looks like she's leaving. Leah says, I don't like driving other people's cars either. Well, it's my brother's car. So, but yet again, I don't know. I'm more comfortable driving my own car that I've driven it for years and years. That car was a 2005 model. I got it in 2007. So I've had it for, gosh, oh my goodness, 2017 to 24. What, another 7 years? 17 years? And my car is 7. Well, I've had it for 17 years. It's a 2005, 15, 25. What is the car, 19 years old? I got it when it was a couple years old. I think it was, one of those model cars that what do they call those cars that they let people drive at the car place to test cars? I think this is pretty dry. I think I'm going to cut this strip off. I think I'm ready to turn these over and cut them. But before I do that, you know that yellow? I'm going to put a yellow wash. And you know what? I shouldn't have dumped my yellow paint. I'm going to put a yellow wash on here just to push it back a little. I dumped that yellow paint. I shouldn't have done that. I'm going to get it out again. Whoops, that's the blue. I don't want blue. We want yellow. And I'm just going to do a real light wash. Probably about like what I dumped out. Oh, I guess that's enough. And we want it really juicy. Is that juicy? Yeah, we'll try that. And I want a wider brush when I do this. Let me reach. Let me reach. Maybe this one's not too wide. This one is a little wider. We'll use that one. I'm hard on my brushes. Every time I do this stuff, I tell you how hard I am on my brushes. And it's clean. So I'm just going to, oh, and was this the side? Yeah, good, because I wrote up above. See, I'm just going to put a real light wash on there. It kind of pushes it back. And I'll dry that. Yellow wash it. Instead of white wash it, we're yellow washing it. I like the yellow with the Tuscan red. I think those two colors go together very nice. And if you do paint in different directions, that kind of course, with a wash, you don't see many strokes. But if you're painting and you don't like the paint strokes, go like this in different directions and it will kind of take care of the stroking. You don't see much stroking with wash. All right, so look, I'm going to dump all that out again and wash out my cup, because I like these little paper cups from Dollar Tree. They're good too, and I do my watercolors. And all right, let's wash out my brush. So it'll be clean when I put it away. It's clean. All right. Get this off my desk, and let's hit that with the heat gun because it's starting to warp on me. And I'm ready to cut it and stamp it. I'm just going to cut up the top border first. Well, no, I think I'm going to cut them all apart now so I can see where to put my stamp. And this is just like drying a tag. You know, when you make tags and they start to buckle up. It's just like drying a tag. And because it doesn't have, it's just a wash, it dries fast. In fact, it needs to be turned over and dried from the other side of the roll. To keep it nice and flat. It's pretty flat. Now, another way to flatten it, and I've shown this before, Cat Hand will take her pieces after she cuts them, and like this is the edge of her desk, she'll bend them down the edge of her desk. I will take, let me get my water out of the way. I will take my ruler, and I'll just go like this. And that kind of helps. And you want to be careful, like I'm doing this on the back. I don't think I would do it on the front because I would be scraping across those images. So be careful when you do this that you are, you know, you're doing it safely. And it's still a little warped from being wet in here. All right, I'm going to cut it now. And I'm hoping that my trimmer will cut through this. We'll see. I might have to get out my X-Acto knife, which is in the other room, because I was using it to make my wallpaper envelope that I made for Karen K. And let's see. Actually, I want to cut it at 4 first. So I really want to cut it over here first at 4. And I do have it pretty well at 4. So let's see what this does. It doesn't like, and I might have to get my X-Acto knife and cut that because it's too much for the blade on that paper right there. We'll come back and we'll see what it does over here. It went through that one pretty good. Maybe if I just kind of gently, it's right there that it doesn't like it. I'm going to use my X-Acto knife on it because I don't want to, well, it's pretty well cut in there. Maybe I can just bend it. Get my X-Acto knife. I got to get blade. Oh, did I bring it in? I did bring my utility knife in. And so I think I can just get my utility knife and gently, just kind of gently here, cut through that right in there. And maybe I'll have to sand that down a little. Let me get this out of the way and get a cutting mat under it. If I can find my cutting mat. Get my knife in the, because it's almost cut right there. It could be because it's kind of wet yet in there. It's not that wet though. Let's see, it's just hanging by a thread there. Let's cut it from this side. No, it doesn't like going through that very well at all. There. Now that's pretty good though. So now it needs to be cut here. And we'll do that, see if that'll cut on the trimmer. I think it will. It's this paper, that the old paper, old book paper does not cut well sometimes. And I have it pretty well at 6 inches. I might need to move it over just a tad. There we go. Boy, I feel like I need a border. This one's coming to me. I don't like that bird. I wish I would have cut it right in there. But it is what it is. I still feel a little spotty to me. I did put the stitch lines in there and the splatter, but it feels like these images are kind of need to be joined somehow. Well, I like this one better. I don't care for this bird, but this one's coming to me. This one's going to Becky. And let me trim the edge off here. This one's going to Becky. And where's the other two? Now this we have to cut at 4 in here, and I might have a little trouble there, but I think this will cut pretty good. Now, let me move this up. Pretty good. This is the where I wrote the 1, 2, 3, and 4 on it. Only I'm going 1, 2, 3, and 4. I'm completely changed the order of things. All right, now this one gets cut at 6, which should be right here, and it's a little off. Just a teeny bit though, just a hair. Maybe if I move this a little that way. There we go. So this is Becky's and this is mine. Where's the other one? I think this one's Sharon and this one's Julie's. I think that's how I had them. So now I'm debating. I don't think I can clear coat them because I think the clear coat will run that white ink and ruin it. So I'm not going to mess with clear coating. But I do feel like I need a border. And I'm going to try, let's get this out of my way. Look at my wax paper I used the heat gun and it wrinkled my wax paper. I'm going to try using this gold pen on it. And I have wax paper here. Let's just use that. Shake it up. And let's see, I think I'll try it on mine first, which is this one. Because I feel like it needs a border. And I'll test because I feel like that fabric might need a little paint underneath of it. A little glue underneath of it, not paint, glue. I'll test them before I put them in the mail and make sure that it's glued down as much as I can. I'm not putting a border across that bird, but I'll bring it across the newspaper. And do I want to do it across the washi tape? I think I do. So we'll just do it down here. Thinly. Yeah, see I'm going to have to check the borders here make sure everything's glued down. Otherwise, it might catch and all right, there we go. I don't like that. What do I like about it? I don't like, I can't do anything about it now because it's glued down. But I wish that I would have done something. Maybe if I take a yellow, even a yellow to kind of push that back a little in there. Let's get my super tips out. And I'm going to try a super tip on that. It's mine, so if I mess it up, it'll be my mess. Let's see if I can't push this white. No, that's not. Yellows are hard to, my yellows are hard to, they don't always show up. Is that yellow? It's gold. That's gold, but it kind of works if I smear it. Hold on, I want a dark yellow. I get picky. I get a little picky. My dark yellow is over here. Yeah. Oh, I think that helps it a little. I think that helps it. And let's do that around in here. We might do that on the others too. Let's push this white back a little. I like that a lot better. I still don't like that kind of a square shape. I wish I would have cut that bird out a little bit more, but it is what it is. And let's do that on this one. Let's kind of put some yellow behind these birds. I like these better because they look like they're hanging. This one goes to Julie. She's a newbie to our group. Julie, I forgot her last name. Scales, was it? I got her address, so she'll get it. It's nice when a newbie to your chat stream wins one of your postcards. All right, we're going to kind of let that dry, and let's do this one. I think I'm going to color that all in. Now, I'm definitely not going to clear coat it because it would make this yellow run too. Four postcards, and I worked on them all night. Well, I did the prompt game, but still, it was the postcards. I don't know how I managed to do 18 of them. Well, I don't think I got them all done in one night, but I got a good portion of them done. Let's do this one. This one has yellow in there already, back up at the top. And we're going to put yellow around her. Just kind of, I'm not trying to color every little spot. I'm just kind of putting a yellow lines in there. Kind of break up that white. And I didn't want to do it with red. I could have painted red, but I felt like it would have made this fade right into the background. I like the yellow here. Yellow around her waist. There we go. I'm liking that. So now I just need to finish the gold border, and then we'll stamp on the back and write the word postcard on it. I'm going to do it. I got a postcard stamp, but I don't want to dig it out. So let's see, I put gold around this one. You can see it if you tip it toward the light. I'm good with them. It was a fun prompt game, but I didn't get my broken jewelry done. I want to take apart some jewelry. I guess that'll be saved for, it won't happen Sunday night because I'll be doodling Sunday night. I guess it'll be Tuesday morning. I get gold coming out of there. There it comes. I got to get me a new one of these the next time we go shopping. I think I'll put it on my list out in the kitchen. I had a big old list this last month because I hadn't been shopping all since Christmas, I think. And I had a cart full, but it'll last me all month. So there's that one and that one. I kind of get these done. I have one more thing I want to do to these before I turn them over. And you'll see in a minute once I get the borders on them. I think where this edge was coming up on that one, I think if it just needs to dry a little bit more. It's a little wet yet. I'll check them before I put them in the mail. Make sure they have glue on the edges. Finishing touches. If you're still out there, I want to thank you guys for spending your... Yeah, that doesn't have glue there. I'm going to have to put some glue on that. I want to thank you for spending your Sunday night, or at least a part of it, with me. I know there's other places you can be on Sunday night. I thank you for coming and saying hello to me. I got to get me a new... These are Krylon metallic paint pens. They're good pens. They last a pretty long time if you take care of them. That one's getting used. The last thing I want to do is take this black marker. That's not black. Where's my black? Sharpie. What did I do with it? Let's put that paintbrush away. And I got it out. Let's put the X-Acto knife away, or the utility knife. Put the pens away. My Molotow marker that I haven't filled yet. There's my black pen. It's over here. And I'm going to take my black pen and on the paper just kind of go give it another border around on the inner side here. Just kind of makes everything pop. And this fabric has to be, I have to check that fabric. My fingers were getting gummy when I was putting some of that fabric on, so the edges I may have not... Well, that one's okay. It's one of these. But I think just by putting this black line around the edges, it just kind of frames everything off. Very nice. And it'll come clear into there. There we go. We'll call this one done. This is the one that's going to go to Julie. This one is going to go to Becky. These are fun to do, but you just almost have to allocate your entire stream to it to get everything done nice. And you really need a 4-hour stream. About an hour a postcard average. That makes a lot of sense. An hour for each postcard. I've got 4 postcards and about 4 hours, but I haven't, well, I'll probably be on 4 hours by the time I sign off. From 7:30 to 10:30 is 3 hours, maybe not quite 4. I don't think I'll be on till 11:30. I'm knocking my pins off over here. This one goes to Sharon Lombard. Bless her heart. She's so patient with me. I still have her Santa Claus. I'm going to try to get that mailed out. But I'll probably send the postcards tomorrow. I won't get it mailed out with a postcard. I'm going to put some lace with it. She's always sending me extra stuff when she sends me stuff. But she'll get her postcard. I think I sent her something else too. What did I send her? And I told her the Santa Claus wasn't coming with it. Can't remember. And this one, this is mine, because I don't like that bird. I like the bird. I don't like this area in here. I wish I would have fussy cut that a little bit more. I don't like the shape of it. But it is what it is. It'll go in my stash. It's all right. It's just, as I look at it, I wish I would have done something a little different there, but that's how you learn. And that bird just is not standing out. Maybe that's what's bugging me about it. It falls into the background. Let's outline it a little. Let's outline it. Of course, it's holding on to the... Now, I don't know if you guys can see that, but I see it close up. And the wing kind of comes in this way and goes down, and then it's got its body comes over in here, and the wing comes up this way, that way. I think I like it a little bit better with the outline, just a little touch to it. All right, let me finish outlining this. And then we'll turn it over, and it won't take me long to stamp it. And I'll write the messages tomorrow before I send them. This is kind of messy in there. Can I cut that off? Kind of messy right here. It's got a gunk on it. Let's trim that. There. All right, let's turn this over. And I'm going to start. You have to leave room for your... I'm going to put my finger there. I want to put postcard right in that area. But I have to leave room for the address. The return address. And I'm just going to print it as neat as I can. Post. Card. And I'll have room for my stamp and room for the address. And then I'm going to take my ruler. And let's do it between the T and the C. And let's just draw a line. And let's do a little arrow. And maybe 3 dots. Oh, I like that. And we'll stamp and we'll move on. So now it will have, you know, it'll be messy on the edges. That's just from painting the background. So I'm going to kind of leave room for my address here. Start it right here. A little bit smaller than the other one, but it's okay. Post. Card. And I'm going to move this because I need room to put the address. And the other thing is leave room for them to put a barcode here. I got that a little low because sometimes they put those barcodes there and I wish they'd hand cancel these. I don't know if they will or not, but sometimes they put a barcode there and then if I have art there, it can't read it and they return it to me. I've had that happen, and the lady said they couldn't read the barcode. So I don't want to make this line down so far. I think I'm going to move this over just a bit. Leave room for the address in there. Maybe stop there. Put the little arrow and the arrow and 3 dots. And this one, leave room for the address. Post card. That got a little close to my A, but I'm going to leave it. And who does this one go to? This one goes to Becky. She'll understand. Got that A and R a little close, Mary. I know I did. And leave it about to there, because if they put that barcode there, changes in the postal system. They used to stamp it. I don't know. Maybe they'll hand cancel these. I doubt it. I was complaining to my postmaster because I said, what about collectors who want to know what date that this was mailed? I guess you can read the barcode. I don't know what that barcode says, if it has a date on it or not. And this one goes to Julie. And let's move it over here a little for her address. And put that in there, right in there. And this is a permanent marker, so this will, and the 3 dots. Now all I have to do is stamp. And I think I'm going to use, I think I can get to them pretty easy. Stamps that I got from Lori's sale. I just have to move some boxes around here. There's a journal page I'm going to put with December. Here, let me. I think these are the stamps. Let me dig them out. I'll find a stamp to put on there. Oh, Lori. She sent me all. I bought a lot of stamps from her. So we got this one. Got a lot of border stamps. This one, I laugh at this giraffe every time because I looked at it. You see, it's a giraffe, but when I first looked at it, I had it upside down and I was trying to figure out, what does this angel have? Sunglasses on? And is that the wing and the leg? What kind of an angel is that? I had it upside down. And actually, I saw an angel because there's the wings. Here's the head, but it has great big sunglasses on. And the legs are in here, and that's part of the other wing. Well, you turn it around, and all of a sudden, it's a giraffe. I laugh at that every time I see it. So let me see what I want to put on here. These little square stamps are nice, these little ATC stamps. But there's a car. And what do these say? These are some words. It says, smile, just me thinking of you. Thank you for being you. If you need something, just find me, friend. I think I'll write my own words, but I'll keep that out. I don't know if that stamp will Stamp board's too nice. And I'm just looking for a stamp that I want. These are kind of large. There's an ocean liner. I kind of like the border stamps, but let me just dig. This is a, oh look, it's a Cupid. Shall we put a Cupid on it? I said no Valentine, but I kind of like the Cupid. I'm going to keep him out. Or I have a rabbit, but it's no longer the year of the rabbit. Oh, it is still the year of the rabbit until when? Oh, I think the year of the rabbit ended a couple days ago. There's a rabbit. What else is in here that I might like? I think the Cupid got me. A couple little words. Oh, well, we got some. I'm digging. Peace. Embellishment of flourish. Looks like a door handle. But I see these down here. Got some little dots. And these. I think these are leaves and butterflies, and they would work on there. Here. Thank you. Happy birthday. Thinking of you. Thank you. And leaves and butterflies. I think the Cupid won my heart. I said no Valentine, but that was prompt. The prompt is stamp, so I can use a Cupid stamp. And I'll just kind of put these back in here. I'm going to keep the Cupid out because he might come in handy in a couple days. I got all these stamps from Paint Girly. She had a sale. She had a nice sale. That's where I met Dusty Unicorn, was at Paint Girly's sale. We were both after the same things. The little ATC stamps. Yeah. Little pieces like this. And the funny giraffe. I laugh at him every time I see him. All right. I'm getting tired. What time is it? It's 11 o'clock. We're going to stamp these. I might write a quick message like, what? What did I write? Have a good day, or thinking of you, or... And actually, let me pull these out. These are some things that I was going to use to carve for Carve November, and I never got. Are these them? Yeah, see, I've got all sort of my own stamps in here. I could use a face stamp on it. I was carving funny face stamps. I did those for my second Carve November. I carved faces. I had fun doing it. They're all in here, what I got done. They were fun to do at the time. They look kind of weird now, but I was going to use some of these blanks for my Carve November. I was carving on Speedy Card back then. All right, enough of that, Mary. Let's get with it here. So we're going to use the Cupid stamp on here. And let's see, I think I need to stamp him off. We'll stamp him off down here first, just to see what I have. And let's see. I'm going to stamp him in black, but I think I need to refresh my black because I've been using it. So let's get my stamp pad out. Oh. I'm about done. I'm getting there done. And I think my black is at the very bottom of the pile here, because I've been using it for my scavenger hunt. course he is. Of course it's at the bottom. Why would I put it at the top? And he's been well used, well-loved black ink pad. Probably should buy me a new one. But I just keep refreshing this one. I think I have another one, but not out. I think I have another one, a newer one, but I just keep using this one. And I just keep refreshing it. And you're supposed to, after you put this in, you're supposed to kind of scrape. Where's my, we'll use this to kind of scrape it in. And you just kind of, when you refresh your pad, you just kind of put ink on it. And let it soak in. Boy, I've had this refresher for a long time. I think I got a couple more bottles of it. I'll put that up there in a safe place so I don't lose it. I don't want it to drop down below my... And see, it's already soaked in, but Lindsay takes a credit card and kind of works it in. Get it a little worked in there. Now, let's try my Cupid stamp. That's not stamping stamp. That's stamp for your ball game. And let's see how he stamps off here. And I should have my acrylic blocks out, but I never use them. I always just use my fingers here because I can feel, you know, but I don't get an even pressure when I do it with my fingers. Well, acrylic blocks would apply the pressure evenly across the stamp. Oh, I'm liking him. It says Cupid up there in the little sign. It says Cupid. Becky's going to get hers and say, you said no Valentine. Well, I changed my mind when I found the Cupid, Tim Holtz Cupid stamp. Get it inked up good. And we are doing Becky's. I think what I'm going to say is thank you for stopping by on here, because you had to stop in here to win the contest. I don't know. Maybe I'm trying to think what is a good. I could just say hello there. I had something I was saying on my cards. Have a good day. Just thinking of you. You won the contest. You won this postcard. Here's the postcard you won. No, I don't like that. I can go down to the bottom. Let me refresh my chat. February 10th is the Chinese New Year. Thank you, Allie K. February 10th. So it is still the year of the rabbit. I could have used that rabbit on here. So do you think I have this pretty well? Soaked into the... I'm always weary because even with the yellow wash. All right, let's see what it looks like. Oh, it came off pretty good. It came off good. So let's... I could just say, Ashley said she loves parrots. This will count as my fib art, Julie says, for my scavenger hunt book. Oh, Julie! Yay! You're going to get some fib art right here. This is Julie's. And I like I think this is a cockatoo here. You're getting a cockatoo and you're getting 3 dresses. And you're getting a lady in a pretty red dress that kind of matches the background. Let's do the Cupid on it. Becky's is done. I'm trying to think what I want to say on the back. I might have to sleep on it and address them tomorrow and put a message on it tomorrow. Because I'm getting tired. Nothing sounds right to me. I could just say, have a great day, or happy arting, or thank you for stopping by, but none of those really ring with me. Art Your Heart Out. That is the name of a channel. I think. Art Your Heart Out. I haven't seen that person for a long time. We could say spring is around the corner. I think I'll just say thank you for being a fib. Thank you for fibbing with me. That's funny, isn't it? Thank you for fibbing with me. Fibbing being F-I-B, friends in the box. Thank you for fibbing with me. Should I put that on there? I don't know. Progress over perfection. All you need is art. I like that, Allie K. All you need is art. Thank you for being a good friend. Thanks for watching my channel. I like all you need is art. All you need is art. Sherry says, Mary, I messaged you. Okay. I'll take a look at it after. Is it regarding something in the stream tonight, like a word? I think there's something else you're probably telling me. I'll look at it after the stream. All you need is art. I think that's what I'll use, Allie K. Thank you. So this one goes to Julie. I'm liking that. I might put a black line around these yet. Maybe a stitch line. It needs a stitch line. But I have to be careful down here. I have to put it really close to the bottom because they put that barcode in there. And I think on mine, this is mine. And I think I got it too close, but they can I might kind of just put the barcode, I might have to leave the stitch line off of this and just kind of put a black line there. Right in here, because they put that barcode on some of these. I don't sure they're doing on all of them, but. And I've already got postcard stamps, so all I'll have to do tomorrow is address them and put my return address on them. And they'll be ready to go. Did you guys, well, some of you remember my story about the ball jar. I painted a ball jar. I had a ball jar of buttons, I think, and I painted it on postcards. And I sent everybody's out. I think I sent them to people. I can't remember if I sent, or if I just, well, I had one that I wanted to send back to myself. And I put it in the mail, but it came back to me, or it came back to me because I addressed it to me. That's the story. It's been a while. And I came in and I had to go do something really fast, and I dropped it on the edge of the table. Well, on the edge of the table is where my brother keeps his mail that needs to be mailed, and he put it back in the mail. And I never saw that postcard again. They did not return it back to me. I never saw it again, and I'm kind of wondering if our post lady, or one, maybe not our lady, but one of the postmasters said, I already mailed that to her. She's not getting it back again. I never saw it again. And it was from me to me. That one turned out pretty good. That was mine. Well, they all turning out good. They're all turning out good. I could kind of color that Cupid pink, but he's already yellow. I'm going to leave him alone. It's getting late, Mary. You need to end this somehow. I love this Cupid stamp, though. We'll be using this next month. We'll be using this one next month. This is a Tim Holtz Cupid stamp. All right, let's do this one. And I don't know who this one is to. Wishing you an art. Oh, I like that one too, Allie K. Wishing you an artastic day. Instead of fantastic, it's artastic. Makes me think of that Beatles song, All You Need Is Love. All you need is art. Let's see, love, love, love. I'm trying to think of the tune. All you need is love. Sherry Van says, no, I'm making sure you have the right address. Okay, that's good, Sherry. Your envelope is actually in that little Kleenex box that I was keeping out for. It's there. I know, right? You can get right to it. But it won't go out tomorrow because I'm tired. I'll get these out. I'll try to get yours out next week, Sherry. And Sharon Lombard's, for sure. Her Santa Claus. And I've been wanting, I think Teresa's gone to bed. I've been wanting to send something to Teresa. And oh my goodness. I owe Arlene. I made a prayer card, a prayer pocket for her. It has to be. It was when she fell out of that wheelchair. And I haven't got it sent to her yet. I am just so bad with mailing, which is why I'm sending everything to Sherry, not mailing from here, because I don't trust myself. I'm just so bad. All right, we'll put this back in here somewhere. And I have almost done here. I'm going to put some stitch lines. We're just going to put some running stitches around here. Just to kind of, yeah, we've got to, you know, dress this up a little on the back. It's just not complete until I have it all arted up. And of course, the stamp will go here. So I'm going to kind of, do I want to, I can move that stamp down a little. I think it'll still take it. Oops, I went up a little on that. That's okay. That's my crooked stitching, Becky. Is this Becky's? No, this is Julie. Julie, I got crooked stitching there. Oops. A stamp will cover that up. I'll put my stamp up there. Now, on here, I'm going to come real close to the bottom here. Because, just because I'm wary of them putting that barcode in there. I like that. So this one goes, this is mine. Let's kind of go a little bit faster here on mine. If I make a mistake, oh well. It's getting late. And look, I've got a big long line of border there. I'm gonna not stitch over that. Let's do tiny little stitches on the bottom here. Oh, I think I will. Put it down in here. And this one goes to, oh, this is Julie's. Who was this one to? Is this Sharon's? This is, I think this is Sharon's and this is Julie's. Because I told Julie she had her. This is Sharon's. This is Julie's. Allie K, how are you doing? What are you up to? Are you feeling better? Sherry said, no worries at all. Oh, Sherry, you're just too good to me. You guys are all too good to me. I'll tell you, some people would probably be speaking of mud behind my back because I'm not saying they are, but I wouldn't blame them if they did, because I'm so bad with my mail art. I have mail art stacked up to my kazoo. I'm bad, but these are going out tomorrow. Dee Dee said, Meri, you said no more. This one goes to Becky. You said no more giveaways, and here I am doing a giveaway. But I got inspired by the mailing that I did today. I felt so productive because I got those journals mailed to Karen, and I got those boxes out to Shelley. I felt like I actually was productive today. And this will be the last thing I'm going to do on these, because I'm going to address them, and I have to think about what I want to put on the back of them. I'm not sure yet. I'm so tired. I'll think about it overnight. I kind of like having an artistic day. Artastic day. I kind of like that. But I kind of like having an artistic day too. So, I'm going to use these as my thumbnail. Let's pull this wax paper up now. It's dry underneath, because I don't want to take a thumbnail with that. And so I did do the prompt game, but I did all night tonight, but I got them done. And I don't know. I might just have to do two. Let's do Becky's and this one and this one. Or this one and this one. Or this one and this one. I think two is about all I'm going to get on my thumbnail. But here they all are. Maybe I'll take a shot of them all together for a photograph. Like that. And then I'll cut this part off for my thumbnail. Get that out of there. Scraps. Now I can't get a hold of it. So it is almost 20 after 11. Here I am up late on another Sunday night. Let me refresh my chat one more time to make sure that I'm catching everything before I say goodnight. I think I have. So I want to thank you all for coming in. Thank you for spending a Sunday night with me. And if you're watching the replay, thanks for sticking around till the end. Or when you watch the replays, I don't mind if you use the little slider bar and slide on through. So, wait, one more thing I want to do here. I want to check off my prompts. I used fabric. I did the vintage images, which was the birds. I splattered. And for sparkle, I did the paint diagonals, the white diagonals. And I used the stamp, the Cupid stamp on the back. So I did do all the prompts. That was fun. That was super fun to do. So good night, everybody. Tomorrow's Monday. Dee Dee Willingham comes on at 8:30 Eastern. Janet Nash comes on at 9 Eastern. Janet Young, I think, comes on at 1 Eastern. I could be wrong there. I keep saying I need to check her time. Lisa, I asked Barbara Clark about Lisa. She got her computer hacked, and Barb said she thought she was coming back, but she wasn't sure. So Lisa usually streams around 1:30 on Mondays, and I want to say Art Junkie. I don't know if she streams or does a video, but she does some sort of content creation on Mondays. So watch for her. And Barb Owen comes on at 6 p.m. on Mondays. And I will be back at 6:30 Tuesday morning. So have a great day. Have a great week. Have a great week. Tomorrow's Monday. No, this is Friday. Oh, I was thinking it was Sunday night this whole time. I gave all of those streams for Sunday night. I don't know who comes on tomorrow except for Chris. I think she changed to Saturday afternoon, and Beth Schuler will come on Saturday night. I was giving all the streams for Monday because I thought this was Sunday night. See how tired I am at 11 o'clock? It's time to say goodnight. Bye, everybody. Thanks for joining me. I had a lot of fun. Bye.